So the long journey to the summit of European football starts with the opening fixture of the Champions League. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, that's a toughie, but I'll go for big Giorgio Chiellini. He may not go about his business in the most stylish fashion, but he's a dogged, committed competitor who won't back down without a fight. He's also a very big threat when it comes to set plays.
Yeah, I must agree, especially in view of his ability to lead and organise the defence. Messi. And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and he had to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Danger averted for now. Messi! Oh, surely that deserved better.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Deftly done. Marquisio tries to get it forward quickly. Timely intervention. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Yeah, the communication lines were working really well, but the supply line just had a bit of a blockage. It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Mascherano. Now it's Morata. Gets it back. Now it's Morata. Sergio Busquets goes long and forward. Tries a through ball. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Chiellini. Bonucci. Looks like a good ball through. Messi. There's the whistle for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. we're underway again.
Barcelona can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
It's a promising run he's making on the right. Whipped in. He's kept it out. Good, strong hand. Oh, just couldn't quite turn it in.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Ball's gone out of play. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Rakitic. He's gone for it! Oh, great save, real class.
Oh, he made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
It's Neymar! He's got away with one there. Oh, that's great stuff from him.
Well, he went at it with great confidence, and it's not going to stop him from trying again.
Chiellini, aimed long and direct. Chiellini. Not long left, and still we await the breakthrough. Well read, he sorted that out. Now it's Messi. Jordi Alba. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Jordi Alba needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
And it's Cuadrado. Oh, he's broken through. Oh, good stop, it had to be. And he's there to make a great save.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
And out to safety. Bonucci spreads it wide. Daniel Alves gets into the right position to intercept. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
And time is up. Not ideal, but not the worst start at all. It's an opening day draw. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, I think all's well that ends well on this one. They pushed for more and showed good determination.
So a warm welcome to you all. We will be underway very shortly once all the pleasantries are complete. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Forward it goes. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. He has it out wide now. Jordi Alba tries the route one option. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Neymar needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
Closely tested here. Tries lifting it over. Oh, good interception. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Tries to stroke it through. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
He timed his run brilliantly, and I think he has every right to be a little annoyed with the passer then, and I think he's letting him know right now about that. Just a little more behind it was needed.
Towering header! No, not the best of headers.
OK, they've got nothing to show for it, but that was a really incisive counter-attack, and it's hard to defend against that type of breakaway.
Iniesta knocks it towards the front. Done very well to intervene. Out wide to the right. It's a loose ball.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
He couldn't get hold of it.
I think when you're in front of goal like that, you really should do better. That's a poor finish in the end.
Passes it through, and he's there to cut it out. There is the half-time whistle. So there was the first half.
Barcelona ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0.
Barcelona playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be. And it's Rakitic. Messi. Good challenge, he just stood firm. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Luis Suarez coaxed out to the wing. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Rakitic, aimed long and direct. Messi with the ball through. Rakitic gets it back. Mascherano pumps it upfield. Looks like a good ball through. Oh, he's hit the bar! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It almost looked like the perfect marriage, the way the long pass was delivered so exactly into the runner's path, and it's a shame it led to nothing.
Now the pass. And it's the goalkeeper's to claim. Messi. Going full tilt down the right-hand side. Messi's cross. There is the genius of Luis Suarez!
Unbelievable.
Finally, the deadlock is broken. And how about that for a volley, executed to perfection?
It's a really, really good goal, and not just the way he finished it. He had to read the whole situation as it developed.
Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The shot's on! Who's going to make this theirs? Barcelona need to hold on for a... And that's that. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Barcelona leave it late, but in the end, it was great. Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. The teams then, Barcelona against Sporting Lisbon. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
It's got to be the little chief, Javier Mascherano, uncompromising and ready to tackle anything that moves, and he does so with tenacity and grit. It shouldn't take long for him to make his mark.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Neymar, and it's Luis Suarez, Messi. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. William Carvalho hurtles into the tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, good interception. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Tries a through ball. Can he score? That is wayward. Aquilani with a delicate ball. Shoots! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Slimani passes it through. He's being closely tested here. Thrust towards the front line. Looks like a good ball through. A chance! It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been the most eye-catching goal we'd seen. Ultimately, the numbers prevented him from scrambling it in.
Has a swing at it! He's got away with one there. Chance! There is the genius of Luis Suarez!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed. And
the first half is done.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Barcelona head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Who's going to make this theirs? Tries a long pass towards the front. Up he gets! This could fall anywhere. They've scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Ter Stegen reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's...
Slimani is fouled. Cortez. Now the pass. Jordi Alba. Now it's Neymar. Neymar plays it out to the wing. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. It's a loose ball. Iniesta.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Great strike! But the keeper's equal to it. Whistle goes, he's been given offside.
Yeah, as long as one voice is making the call to step up, they got it right.
How about it? Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Rakitic has been full of enthusiasm and desire, and his work rate has been very strong, and he's clever in being able to read the game almost a step ahead of everyone else. That's great play.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, he went at it with great confidence, and it's not going to stop him from trying again.
William Carvalho. And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Messi. Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, he can't be happy missing that after being put clean through. That's about as good a chance as you can get.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Rui Patricio gets it upfield. All the way back, and they start again. Iniesta. Messi. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's Luis Suarez. And that's that. Well, no winner here, but an intriguing game. The result probably a fair reflection. It has finished all square. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there were times when they looked like winning it, and times when they looked...
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. The teams then, Sporting Lisbon against Barcelona. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
It's a loose ball. The worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Aquilani with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket, it's just a stern lecture. And it's Busquets. That intervention was very necessary. Aquilani. Looks to slip it through. Looks like a good ball through. He's in space and looking for options. Piqué tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, great ball! He's done very well to get to that.
Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Big chance! No, he's missed it.
Probably not his best option. I think goalkeepers are normally happy for players to have a go from there.
Who's going to make this theirs? He's found his man. He's in, surely. With a delicate ball. Aimed forward. Slimani, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Slimani, it's on a plate. Shoots! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first.
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
Sporting Lisbon draw first blood here.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Sergio Busquets gets it back. And it's Slimani. Messi. No question, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And it's Daniel Alves. Daniel Alves with the ball through. Now it's Luis Suarez. Out to the left it goes. Neymar's cross. Good effort, and it is right on half-time.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
And we're underway again.
Barcelona need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Neymar with a definite foul there. Tries a through ball. Clears it out of harm's way. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Now it's Rakitic. Rakitic delivers. That was asking just too much of him. Aquilani.
Sporting have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
And that's been repelled. Ball's gone out of play. And that's well defended. Piqué. Rakitic looking to get on the end of this. No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Neymar plays it out to the flank. He's gone for it! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. In he flies! Good clearance and very necessary. Out to the flank. Neymar delivers across.
Their ball retention has been good to a point, but they're suffering from carelessness at times.
And it's Luis Suarez. Now the pass. He's had a shot! Goal!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial. Neymar just stayed on the right side of the defender there. I thought he showed wonderful patience, great experience to just make sure he didn't drift offside, and I just thought all round it was very intelligent play.
Barcelona grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner. There's only one word for this, it's baffling. That team needs to figure out where the ball needs to be, and it's not there.
Luis Suarez. Messi. Can he find a finish now? He's there to get rid. The last act of a game which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to snatching it. The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this guy has got great potential, and it's Paul Pogba. Not many players leave Manchester United and become better, but he's one. And not only has he improved his game, he's now one of the very best at what he does. A truly great midfield talent for me.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Goes long. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Piqué boots it upfield. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Great leap! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, the keeper ended up a spectator there. He was wrong-footed and stranded, and for me, I think he was left praying.
Where to from here? And that's a throw-in.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Mandzukic. Now it's Mandzukic. Out to the left it goes. Dybala crosses one in. Great early ball. Same can't be said for the finish.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so difficult to defend when the ball comes in so swiftly. But you can't question the finishing in this instance. I think, though, there's enough grounds for them to keep working at it.
Cuadrado with the ball through. Jordi Alba does well there, alert. It's come loose. Spoon forward. Neymar passes it through. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Ball swung in, firmly met. Dybala. Tries a through ball. Well weighted. Oh, good interception. Good defending. He knew he had to stop it right there. Battles to win it back. Bonucci. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So deadlock still as the second half begins. Has a pop! Barzagli tries to get it forward quickly. And it's Jordi Alba. In for a header! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Header! Decent clearance now. Can anyone get on the end of it?
Right place, right time. It was just as well the defender was on hand to mop it up.
Oh, good stop, it had to be. Who's going to make this theirs?
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Messi has a look inside the box. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Cuadrado. It's been intercepted and that will come to nothing. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. That's a throw. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Zaza has been caught there, it's a foul.
Well, he rushed into that and didn't give anyone a chance to get on the end of it.
Oh, great save, real class.
Oh, much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
Wants to dink one in. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Messi gets it back. The referee's awarded a free kick. Needed a better pass there. It's a promising ball. Yes, it's there! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. And that's that. One goal settled it. A tense and exciting game that just got away. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, this defeat has been inflicted because they didn't adapt their game to what...
Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I'm going to go for a man.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Oh, good interception. Hoists it high. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The idea was good though, Peter, and I like the run that triggered the pass.
And it's a goal! Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Ter Stegen gets it upfield. Needed a better pass there. Surely he scores! Jordi Alba steered in. He comes flying in! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
And he really threw himself at that one. Just a little more accuracy was all it needed.
Luis Suarez with the ball through. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Daniel Alves tries to get it forward quickly. Aimed long and direct. Messi. Neymar. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty pucks.
He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
And it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
What a throw in. Pumps it upfield. Lobs it in gently. We've reached half-time.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
And the second half gets underway.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can find a way back.
Now it's Sergio Busquets. Shoots! Clears it out of harm's way. Looks to slip it through. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Spoon forward. Well played, he saw that coming. Luis Suarez pushes it out wide. They've managed to get it away. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Piqué. He's made sure that that won't get through. Daniel Alves tried to play it through.
Well, he simply failed to just put a little more oomph behind that.
Who's going to make this theirs? Tries to get it forward quickly. Gets it back. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Spoon forward. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, great save, real class.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
It's come loose. That intervention was very necessary. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Barcelona look as though they are set to go out. And play for a throw. He's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Ball's out. It'll be a throw-in again. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Barcelona are running out of time to save themselves. Well positioned to make that interception. Barcelona are out. The worst possible outcome. They barely got going, and now at the earliest opportunity, they are going out.